What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quinn DW20 here, coming to you with another NBA talk video. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. We gonna talk about some unknown player, a player that only basketball people that actually cares about watching about every player. Only a person that people seen in the Rising Star game get crossed up. The player that got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan. The player that got embarrassed and got traded for Brandon Jennings, which is another mediocre point guard. We're going to talk about the up and coming Brandon Knight, who has shown glimpses that he can be a good defender, who's shown glimpses that he can score the basketball, showed improvements last year in his all around game, his passing, his scoring, his shooting, his free throw shooting. He improved. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to the game and sticking to his craft and perfecting it. We're going to see if he can take that next step with the Milwaukee Bucks next year. Last year, let's run down the stats, guys. Last year, he put up 17, 1 steal, 4.9 assists, 82 from the free throw, and 42% from the field. Brandon Knight has a lot of flaws, and we're going to go over them. Even though he shot career high from the free throw line and the career high from the field, he's still showing glimpses of what he can become. I am a person that lives in Wisconsin, so we see the game. We seen Brandon Knight put up 40. We seen him put up 30. We seen that he can get streaky. We seen that he can get that jump shot falling every now and then. But we also seen that Brandon Knight can also be mediocre at best. So we got to see how much he's going to work on his craft this year in the off season. See if he can work on that finishing. He's not the best finisher at the rim. He's 6'3" point guard. I don't know how much he weighs, but I know he's 6'3". Brandon Knight is 6'3" and he weighs 189 pounds. He's a big point guard. He's lanky. He's tall. He's long. He can dunk easily. He's not the best athlete, but he's not worse. Brandon Knight has to finish better at the rim. He's long enough. He's tall enough. He should be able to finish above the rim more when he goes to the rim. Try to finish above the rim. Try to finish better with your contact layups. You need to work on his contact layups a whole lot. He showed glimpses that he can finish. He showed glimpses that he's a slasher. He need to keep getting his floater game a little better. Floater game not as wet. He needs to work on his floater. He need to work on that mid-range game a little more. He need to work on his spot-up jumper. His spot-up three ball, I think he shot not that high from the three-point line, now that I think about it. He only shot 32% from the three-point line. His shooting has to improve a lot because he's a slasher. The only way you can make the game easier for yourself as a slasher is opening up the whole game for yourself, and that's improving your jump shot. If they gotta respect your jumper, it opens up lanes for you to cut to the basket. It opens lanes for you to get to the basket. It lets your defender have to choose how they gonna guard you. So when you don't have a jump shot, it's easier for people to guard you because they know you're not gonna knock it down. They can just play for the paint. So with that being said, if he has the spot up three, he has to knock it down, not dry. If you wide open, knock down the three. You're an NBA player. You're supposed to be working on your game. You're getting paid to take over games. If he wants to stay in the league, and this, I won't say it like this. If Brandon Knight wants to stay in the league as a starting point guard, he has a lot of stuff to improve. It's not too many teams he can go to and start him. The point guard position is very, very deep. He lucky he started on the Bucks, because Brandon Jennings, Darren Collison are all mediocre point guards, but they all starting. They should be lucky that they're starting in the league. They lucky that there's so many teams in the league. Because if it wasn't, they would just be. Because Darren Collison bench warmed a lot. Brandon Knight showed glimpses, but he always was in and out the lineup in Detroit. And even though he showed glimpses of his talent, he only been in the league 3 years. He's very young. I think he's 22 years old. Oh, actually, let me check so I can be factually correct. You know, yeah, Brandon Knight is 22. He just turned 22 in December. He's real young. He's real raw. He has the height. He has the size. He's showing glimpses. He can score. He's showing that he can play on the NBA level. He put up 17. If he improve his shot selection, if he improve his finishing, if he improve his jump shot, even his mid-range, not just his three-point shot, his mid-range has a lot to improve on. Like I said, I watched some games and Brandon Knight showing glimpses of what he can do. He gets very streaky with his jump shot. If he can just be consistent with just being good. And then let me, before that, I'm trying to keep the videos between 5 to 6 minutes. So let me say this quick. Brandon Knight has to improve his playmaking. Brandon Knight plays more like a combo guard. I think everybody knows that. He plays more like a combo guard. If he's gonna play point guard, he has to improve his playmaking a whole lot. His choices when he doing pick and roll, his choices when he attacking the paint, his choices when he's figuring out when to score and when to pass. He has to figure all this out because he's a point guard. 4.9 assists, even though I seen the games, is still very low. Even though in Detroit he didn't average that much assists. Let's see how many assists he averaged in Detroit. He only averaged 3 and 4 assists, even though he's not the primary ball handler sometimes. Sometimes he played off guard in Detroit. Even in Milwaukee, he was off guard a little bit. But he has to improve his playmaking ability to be a point guard in this league. Because every team not going to play you the same. Every team ain't going to run the same system. So he has to improve his playmaking and his decision making. And his scoring has to be more consistent. His jump shot has to be more consistent. His finishing has to be more consistent. His shot selection has to be better. If he wants to shoot at 45%, he has to prove on a lot of stuff. He's showing potential. He's young. He's raw. He's got the size. He got the height. We'll see what he can do. This is Quindy 20 coming to you with a quick video on NBA Talk Brandon Knight. Comment. I respond to every comment. Tell me your opinion about Brandon Knight. Tell me what you want to say to me. I respond. Like the video. You enjoyed the video. Subscribe. You want to see more videos. And check out my older videos if you're new to the channel. This is Quindy 20 signing out. Peace. Brandon Knight, NBA Talk.